We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is having clarity about something, being clear-minded, having jurisdiction, I heard, having jurisdiction over our own minds. So being in control of our own minds, being clear and focused on one thing at once. We can do that. It requires training. Meditation helps us to train for that. Like, we can't just be on autopilot and do that, because you're on autopilot, your mind will be all over the place, you know. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you to do the inner work, to heal yourself, and to create the life that you truly want to live. Ooh, the camera's gone weird. I hope you're doing well. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs, and it's for Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024. Let's see what's in the energies for everybody. We have the Grace card, going with the flow. We had this on Monday too. Going with the flow. Go with the flow. Deal with what's in front of you. Don't try and look too far ahead. Try and trust the universe that it's going to be put in front of you what is right next for you now. Focus. So be focused on one thing at a time is what I got. Be focused on what is in front of you, one thing at a time. Don't try to be multitasking, because that doesn't work. We can't really do it. It's a really valuable thing to learn, to do one thing at a time. Apart from brushing teeth, when you brush your teeth, you do something else at the same time, right? Which is tricky sometimes, because the stuff that we've got to do requires you two hands, but, you know. Turbulence. The mind is murky in rough waters. See? Got to focus on one thing at once. I told you, that's what the message is today. Don't try and do too much, think about too much at once. Stay on task, do one thing at a time, put your full attention to that. It's part of being conscious and present too. So many people not being present at the moment. Oh, there's so many accidents that happen because people aren't present, because they're like this all the time, looking at their phone. Walking around, crossing the road. Oh, it's crazy. Do one thing at once. Sometimes I'm looking at my phone, and if I'm out and about and I realize it, and it's like, if it's time to cross the road, no, the phone goes in the pocket. I'll cross the road. I might get it back out again if I've got to do something again, but scary, wandering around, looking at the phone. Don't do it. Let's get some tarot out. What's in the energies today? So we've got to go with the flow, be focused on one thing, because turbulent mind is not a good mind. We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is having clarity about something, being clear-minded, having jurisdiction, I heard, having jurisdiction over our own minds. So being in control of our own minds, being clear and focused on one thing at once. We can do that. It requires training. Meditation helps us to train for that. Like, we can't just be on autopilot and do that, because you're on autopilot, your mind will be all over the place, you know. Well, there could be a warning today, in fact, because accidents do happen when our mind's all over the place. You got to protect yourself, you see. 7 of Wands there. You got to protect yourself. Magician in the world. You're manifesting a new chapter in your life. Nice. You've got to use the resources that you've already got as well to manifest that chapter. The magician uses the resources that they've already got. None of this waiting around for a better day of when you've got more money to do it or whatever. We procrastinate by doing that. We've got to use the resources that we've got, get going on it now. We're always given the resources that we need for where we're at right now. 6 of Wands. There's a triumph here. I don't think I've said that word for a long time. Triumph. Triumphant. King of Swords, but clarity of mind. Warning here. I mean, there could be an accident today with all of this. Just focus on one thing. And turbulent mind message there. Queen of Voices, have boundaries. So if there's lots of things trying to pull your attention while you're trying to focus on one thing, have boundaries. Say later. Have boundaries with yourself, you know. So when I'm working on something, perhaps creative, an email comes in, someone wanting my attention, or stay on track, until I've finished that, and then I'll go to the email, batching things up like that, so that we're not like this and then this and then this, because when we get pulled off track like that, it takes a while to get back on track again and get in that mindset, right? So we've got to protect our mindset, protect our focus. What is behind that? King of Swords and Queen of Voices is integration and death. I don't think it is, in fact. What's behind that? King of Swords and the Queen of Voices. Having boundaries with ourselves so that we stay on track. It's not that either. What is behind that? Abundance is behind that. Abundance is behind that. So it feels like it's about your work. You'll get more done. For sure you get more done when you stay on track with something. So batch stuff up. Batch things up. It's what I do with my videos. I always used to do it when I was working full time on this business. Used to do 3 days of videos. Now I just do 1 day. Batch it up, get it all done. I'm not stopping and doing other things. I'm not working on my other business while I'm doing this. I'm just doing this until it's done, right? And yeah, not checking email, not doing all of those other things too. Batch things up, so much easier. And you'll get so much more done too, and abundance comes from that. 7 of Wands, and you've got to protect yourself as well, because there is definitely a warning today about having your mind distracted and stuff. The Lovers. Oh, someone spicy, sexy, disrupting you. Messages, DMs, pinging, taking your mind off your work. Could be that. Protect yourself from that, as much as we want to indulge in that. Forgiveness is behind that. Is someone messaging you incessantly that wants to be your lover? It could be that. Don't be distracted by those things. That's low level energy, to be distracted by when you're working. Our ego likes attention, even if we don't want to be with these people. And we might think it's their problem. Well, it's if they would just stop messaging me. And it's like, well, no, they can message you all you like, but you don't need to be responding to it, looking at it, and all of that kind of thing. It can be an addiction, phones are very addictive. With that, the notifications, switch the notifications off. Just switch the notifications off. When I'm doing my videos and when I'm working, I click that little thing on the side of my iPhone that makes it silent so I don't get any notifications. It helps. Magician of the World, you're creating, manifesting a new chapter in your life, but you need to use the resources that are around you already. Use what you've already got, because the universe gives you the resources for where you're at right now. Death, major changes. There's major change happening in your life at the moment. Use the resources you've got to start that new thing off. It feels like it's connected with what I was talking about yesterday. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back to that and watch it. It's about starting something off before the universe shoves us into it. Or was that the days before? I can't remember. Psychic development is behind that. So you need to use the resources that you've got. Because we could always put things off, until we've got more, but people don't do that. I used to know a guy, knew of a guy really, I kind of knew him, but he, multi-millionaire guy, lots and lots of businesses, always starting new businesses off, but his dream, he said, was to get a yacht, because I was living on a yacht at the time with my partner, and his dream was to also do the same thing too, to kind of retire. But that was his dream, but then every time we saw him, he's like, I'm starting this business off, It's like, you're never going to retire. That is you. That is you. You're not going to get a boat and do that because you never stop making new businesses, and that's your thing. And that's okay. He's never going to do it. I know he's not going to do it because it's just not him. But he was thinking, the reason I'm bringing that up is he was thinking that there's some point in the future where there's going to be the resources or the timing or whatever to do that, but there won't be. He's got plenty of money already to do it. Doesn't need to start off new businesses. But he likes that. That's what fulfills him, so you might as well just carry on doing that. 6 of Wands. What did I say? Triumphant. 6 of Materials. Reciprocation. So some reciprocation coming in today and you're like, yes, I'm winning. Cool. Something, perhaps you're teaching someone or it's coming from a teacher. Creativity, something that you've been creative about. So you're getting a win. a win today. I like that. Everyone likes that. What about our love lives today? What's going on? Love lives. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. So go with the flow. Again, got the grace card out. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. Go with the flow. So don't be forcing things that aren't happening at the moment. Don't force things into being. Don't be on your agenda. Go with the flow instead. Go with what is happening at the moment. In my new business, I'm working in a different way. Kind of different. I've done it in this business too. A few years ago when I was in my most creative point in this business, creating like programs and things like that for people, classes and things like that. Just working when I'm inspired to work, or another way to put it is doing other things like living life. And when I get inspired by something, an idea comes up, then I work on that, then I get focused on it and do that work. It's a really nice way of working. A lot is getting done, and it's a lot of really good stuff that's getting done. But what I'm not doing is forcing myself to get things done. I'm not like saying, putting in my diary, okay, I've got to sit down at my desk and do this creative thing right now, because that's not the way creativity works, and I know it. Breathe through the tension. So it could be tense and you might be wanting to push something in your love life, but go with the flow instead. Going with the flow really works for me. It really works for creativity. You've got mystery and hope. So you might not know how something's going to pan out, but you can hope for the best. And even so, it doesn't need to be on your timeline. What else in our love lives today? Happiness, fear of inadequacy, and a bad attitude. So yeah, you might be a bit grumps about the love life, bad attitude, fear of inadequacy, of something never being enough or not having enough, or why isn't it happening already, that kind of thing. Wanting your happiness right now. Well, you can be happy right now by going with the flow. Be happy with what's coming up for you at the moment. It's a bit weird when I have days where I don't get inspired and I don't get a new idea at all. I'm like, oh, a day off. I wasn't expecting that. Although I'm kind of living life like it's every day is a day off now. And that's the way that the creativity comes through. It's cool. I'm really enjoying it. Candle, you will be shown the way. Universe is going to show you the way. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. We've got an older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman, in an ink pot, problems to resolve, perhaps with an older woman there. Think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer, but it's just a bit of fun. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you do want a personal reading, you can book yourself in. There's a link down there in the description box and also up there too. Get them out within 48 hours if you're ordering them, often within 24 hours now, in fact. How best to deal with these energies today? Well, King of Cups keeps on coming out, doesn't he? You are loved. There's people that get you, your kind of people, your tribe. You're manifesting a big change at the moment. You're headed toward these people. You need to be careful of the distractions at the moment so that you don't go backwards, and keep manifesting this change in your life, because it's big change. There's the world and death. It's big change you're manifesting in your life. The reciprocation comes in from the right people. This is about your tribe. You're headed towards your tribe. So keep on being picky about who you let in. It's what I said yesterday. Keep on being picky about what and who you let into your life. You're headed in the right direction here. So think of your yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes. Green one. Go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That helps me out. If you see that there's a join button down there now, I have a membership here on my channel. I would love to have you as a member. It'll fund me to continue doing these on my day off, on my Sunday, making these videos. But also, you'll be invited to members only live shows where I'll be giving readings for you. So click that join button. Would love to have you in there. Have the best day ever, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.